Good morning, people. I promised y'all this. I think I'm the appropriate person to set the record straight here. Come on in here and get this work. Come in here and get this work, people. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, The Real Gully TV, Hip Hop, Sports, and Fashion. This is you couldn't have came to a better place to get this straight, man. Boom, 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 boom. I got him. Subscribe to the channel. Oh nah, this nigga chimping out. He's chimping out. Yeah. We're gonna continue to use that. We're going to continue to use that phrase. It don't belong to Chud no more. Chud's in prison. What up? What up? What up? He said you hit the gym. Not yet, but I look like it though. I look like it, don't I? Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. I got the tablet here. I've told you guys many a times the root word in journalism is journaling. So you might want to have a pad and a pen. Just write some things down. Make sure that y'all subscribe, though. Shaking them up, breaking them up, waking them up, taking them up, standing on shaky ground too close to the edge. Let's see if they know the ledge. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I gotta add that know the ledge joint. That's from know the ledge, man. That's Rakim, man. What are you talking about? You just confused the fuck out of me, man. Know the ledge is Rakim, yo. Yeah, you bugging out, man. This nigga just, I'm like, wrong artist. Wrong artist. You in the right time frame. He did have a song on Juice. It was called Enough Respect. What's the name was, I believe GQ was cutting it up when he was in the battle. I'm almost positive. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell, man, and share this joint. Y'all gonna appreciate this. I've said many times, I'm not gonna wait any longer. Y'all have to play this back. I said many times on this platform. It's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. I've said that often. How is this happening? How is this happening? I'm confused like a motherfucker and upset. Insulted and upset. I'm like, the nerve of you monkey. I can't believe this nigga. My nigga, we looked the other way when you told on that boy. we looked we looked the other way when you told on that boy, man. You got some nerve. You got big nerve. And just to put this in perspective, to be disrespectful or critical of Big Daddy Kane is to be disrespectful or critical of Chuck D. It's to be disrespectful or critical of Rakim. Disrespect or critical of Cool G Rap. Ironically, G Rap was a part of the Juice Crew with Big Daddy Kane. Out of all the people in the world that you decided to do this dumb shit to, instead of you just apologizing, You could have said, man, we was on $1 million worth of game, having a good time. I might have had a drink or something. And I was just popping my shit. We've been used and accustomed to you popping your shit. You know what I'm saying? And technically speaking, your point of view, there wasn't nothing wrong with it until the disrespect came. You saying that you're in the top five and top this and top that of New York City hip hop, you ain't even top five in Harlem, my nigga. You're not even top five in Harlem. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? You a mixtape artist. You a mixtape artist, man. You're most popular for rapping over other people's beats and shit like that. You was riding shotgun with Jim Jones. You weren't the lead rapper, right? It wasn't going your way. It wasn't working out for you. Why? Because you are a Northeast regional talent. Connecticut, New York. When the further you get away from New York, your significance, your notoriety starts to decrease. You was never the guy in Philadelphia. You was never the guy in DC, Baltimore. Like the further you walk away, the further you get away from New York City, your relevance seems to wane. And we learned a lot about you. I've often heard veteran convicts say that rats are opportunists. They are. They're spineless and they're opportunists. Their only instinct is survival, trying to survive and shit like that. I listened to Max B talk about his upbringing. He wasn't cultivated and raised in love and shit. He had a fucked up, fragmented upbringing and shit like that. A lot of siblings, and I can't believe this nigga did this. I can't believe it. I know Jim Jones is somewhere sitting around rubbing his hands together like Birdman. Got him. Got him. This monkey played himself, y'all. Number one, let me get back. You're not top five anything in New York, my nigga. You're not before Grand Pooba. You're not before KRS-One. You're not before Guru. You're not before Chuck D. You're not before LL Cool J. You're not before Run DMC. You're not before Eric and Parrish. You're not before Heavy D. I can go on and on for hours. I can go on and on for hours, my nigga. You're not in front of none of them. You're not in front of none of them. You don't have the body of work. You don't have the contributions. If somebody was to say, what's Max B's song? You know how we can say, what's KRS's song? And somebody gonna say, my philosophy. What's Heavy D's song? And somebody gonna say, the Overweight Lovers. What's Dougie Fresh's song? The Show, Lottie Dottie. You know what I'm saying? You don't have one, my nigga. You shared one. G's up, hoes down. You shared one. Baby girl, you shared another one. That was with Jim. The nerve of you, out of all people, you chose Big Daddy Kane. And I immediately said to myself, how old is Max B? I'm not going to look it up. I said, man, how old is this nigga? He couldn't have experienced this. I almost called my older brother and brought him on here with me because he would have been able to fill in the blanks. Mind you, 1987, I was in like the fourth grade, right? 1988, I might have been in the fifth grade or some shit like that. Yeah. Big Daddy Kane has 7 studio albums. By the time we got to the 1990s, hip hop has started to move not only regionally, but in subject matter. The gangster rap genre started to become a real big thing. Easy E, NWA, Ghetto Boys, they have started to become a real big thing. I got so much goddamn information in front of me about Big Daddy Kane, I don't even know where to start, y'all. I don't. The first thing that I started to, when I, it, so much shit rushed my thoughts, and the highlights were Barry White, Patti LaBelle, Quincy Jones. These are some of the people that Big Daddy Kane collaborated with. He even collaborated with Malcolm X's daughter, Gongu. Big Daddy Kane, my favorite client. I appreciate your super chat. I almost want to punch this nigga in his face. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people that want to punch him in his face. And you got people in the comments talking about some, I hope Kane responds back. He don't gotta respond back. And he ain't. Why would he respond to this nigga? This nigga is responsible for some people being killed. This nigga is responsible for some people being killed, yo. What the fuck are you doing with Kane's name in your mouth like this? This don't make no sense. And this has to be the only genre of music where you are confronted with this crabs in a barrel shit. You're not gonna hear nobody in rock disrespecting Bruce Springsteen. You're not gonna hear that shit. You're not gonna hear it. You're not. You're not gonna hear nobody saying what the fuck they want to say about Mick Jagger. No comparisons, none of that shit. You got this monkey out of all people, the great Big Daddy Kane, King Asiatic, nobody's equal, proud representative of the 5% nation of gods and earths, one of the flyest. I'm talking about the aura, bone chilling, impactful, influential. When you see Nas and AZ with that cool fly shit, those are Big Daddy Kane babies. When you see Jay Z and how he came into the game, the Reasonable Doubt album, he didn't have on no sweatsuit. He had on a goddamn fedora and a suit and shit with a tie. That's Big Daddy Kane. That's Big Daddy Kane. That's Big Daddy Kane's offspring. Hove has spoken about this many times. Big Daddy Kane got 7 studio albums. I was probably in tune with about 4 of them. And I just have to point this out that the whole Madonna thing, Madonna was fucking all Tupac wasn't the first nigga that was fucking Madonna or fucking with Madonna. Madonna was fucking all types of black niggas and shit. Rap stars, pro athletes and shit. Just for the record, Grandmaster D, if you had I'm saying I'm speaking my truth. Madonna was fucking with Grandmaster D from Houdini first, to my understanding. And then she started to bounce around, right? If you think that these niggas was not gonna fuck the material girl, you crazy. That don't make no sense. If Britney Spears was running around fucking niggas in her prime, all them niggas, Mace and whoever that fuck was out at the time would have been fucking Britney Spears and shit. You dig? Just so you just to put it in a perspective that oh, this is the material girl. This is one of the biggest artists on the planet. I'm about to fuck this bitch and take her back around the way and show her off in the hood and shit. Right? So Big Daddy Kane got 7 studio albums. It's a Big Daddy thing. Flawless. Taste the Chocolate. Flawless. Prince of Darkness. Flawless. Bomani, I appreciate your super chat. First, Jim disrespected Nas, not his foolishness. Kane is immortal in hip hop. Shit. Max came home rapping about Vaseline. The two ain't comparable. Big Daddy Kane was in the Juice Crew. Big Daddy Kane was on the Symphony. Symphony 1 and Symphony 2. Big Daddy Kane had a song with Patti LaBelle, Feels Like Another One. He had a song with Barry White. He was on Quincy Jones' project. He was on a song called Back on the Block. Big Daddy Kane was on Burn Hollywood Burn with Ice Cube and Chuck D. Big Daddy Kane was on a song called Don't Curse. Niggas rapping about profanity. This is when hip hop had a positive connotation to it, right? And if you listen to the music, this wasn't just a fly nigga. He was very, very informed. He had a song called I'll Take You There. When you hear Nas say, um, I open every cell in Attica, send them to Africa, Big Daddy Kane already did that. The song was called I'll Take You There. If you come with me, you're sure to see Ethiopians can eat a red lobster for free. This is the type of content that he was bringing to the table. A lot of pro-black songs. I remember Big Daddy Kane was one of the first rappers that my mom kind of liked just from hearing the shit. You know, he done sampled the staple singers and shit. The song "I'll Take You There," like mom, like yo, who is that? Big Daddy Kane. Let's talk about the singles. Raw. I don't even have to talk about Raw because you're not gonna get the effect. You would have to been around in 1987 when that shit dropped and heard every car riding by playing that shit. You know what I'm saying? You would have to have felt you. It's a feeling. Here I am, RAW, and you get the goosebumps and shit like that. I remember how much my mind shifted from playing little league football to having to have some clothes because I'm getting these Black Beat magazines. I'm watching Yo MTV Raps. I'm watching Big Daddy Kane and Biz Markie become huge rap stars. And them niggas was always fly. Big ass truck jewelry. The Nefertiti head that I have, the chain that I got with the Nefertiti, that's Big Daddy Kane. I sent a picture of Big Daddy Kane to the jeweler. Ordered my trifecta yesterday and it shipped today. I designed my chain after Big Daddy Kane's Nefertiti. These parts been in my eyebrows since like the 7th grade. On and off since like the 7th or 8th grade. Seriously. Big Daddy Kane had his own haircut. Big Daddy Kane had dancers. There ain't no half stepping video in a boxing ring. So many punchlines, so much slick shit mentioned. When it comes to beating dope, hot damn, I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am. The BIGDADDYKANNE. Dramatic, Asiatic, not like many. I'm different. So don't compare me to another because they can't hang. Word to the mother. Lean on Me from the movie Lean on Me. Wrath of Cain. Smooth Operator. I Get the Job Done. Some of you guys who are of age, you can fill in the blanks, man. He got too many hit songs for me to mention during this live stream. I'm listening to this guy instead of this goofy ass nigga saying I was drinking or I was just popping my shit. He doubled down. He doubles down on it and gets on Instagram and start trying to compare himself directly to Big Daddy Kane. He shows footage of shows that he's had since he came home after 18 years. Big Daddy Kane already has sold out shows, pimp. Big Daddy Kane already sold out arenas and venues and shit in the 1980s. You are not even in the same class as Big Daddy Kane. You're not. There's only a handful of people that could be mentioned. It's like Rakim, G Rap, Hove. I'm being very, very transparent. I couldn't believe this dumbass. Max B reminds me of a nigga who ain't never had anything before. The disrespect of our legends has got to stop. I appreciate the super chat. Max B reminds me of a nigga that never had anything. And then he gets something. And he says, nah, 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 nah. That's who this nigga is. I could imagine the types of conversations he's had with French Montana since this came out. Like, yo, you gotta chill with the Kane shit, fam. You gotta chill with the Kane shit. I'm pretty sure he's received a lot of calls. Like, yo, you gotta chill with that Kane shit. Like, you bugging out. You bugging out, man. You tripping like a motherfucker, man. So many people you're gonna have a distaste for you for this shit that you doing. He posted a picture of Big Daddy Kane, semi-nude. Big Daddy Kane was a sex symbol, y'all. Women used to see this black motherfucker and lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? That was for them. I believe this was during the Taste of Chocolate era and shit. You know what I mean? Big Daddy Kane had a song called Smooth Operator when he popping that slick pimp shit. You dig? And it was tailor made for the ladies. Again, I question how old this guy is because he was supposed to be in tune with everything that I'm saying. He was supposed to be in tune with it already. I'm like, damn, man, did you have like older brothers or how old were you when this shit was going on? There was nobody bigger than them niggas at the time. Big Daddy Kane and Biz Markie was huge. And I mentioned they names together because Big Daddy Kane was writing for Biz Markie. Ain't no telling who else he was writing for. I'm so disappointed in Max B. And some people saying the nigga using drugs and shit. I've known him to have a substance abuse thing and shit like to drink a lot of liquor and they used to talk about how much ecstasy he popped and shit like that. Nigga just came home from prison. He probably was in there smoking K2 and all that type of shit. But the nerve of this guy, Max, you're not top 5 or 10 in nobody's catalog, my nigga. You have talent, very talented. If you wouldn't have came home and was able to stand next to somebody, French Montana or Jim Jones, you wouldn't be in the situation that you in. You wouldn't have never got next to somebody like Rick Ross. You wouldn't have. And when you see him on a platform like $1 million worth of game, Wallow don't know who the fuck Max B is. He just happens to be on there. Wallow was in the penitentiary too. And Max B was never no big deal in Philadelphia and shit. So he just kind of like just running through the doors and shit. I'm keeping it real with you. Keeping it real with you. If you was to go around the country and ask Trick Daddy in Florida, Scarface in Houston, members of NWA on the West Coast, who were some of the people that influenced them. You're gonna hear Big Daddy Kane's name. There was a time when there wasn't rappers all over the country, y'all. There was a time when there wasn't rappers all over the country. There was a time when the rappers, especially the ones that meant something, they were primarily from New York. He can say that wild shit because his audience is a generation that don't really know. A hip hop intervention and a public apology is needed. Fuck that nigga apology. Fuck that nigga apology. Motherfucking. You got people saying, well, maybe they could collab together. Kane ain't collaborating with this goofy ass nigga. Kane don't need no assistance from this nigga. No, he don't have current dynamic music. But Ron Isley don't either. Ron Isley don't either. And guess what? He's still fucking Ron Isley. I couldn't believe this nigga was saying this shit. Talking about I'm on your ass and all. What the fuck are you talking about, retarded ass nigga? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? That shit made no sense. This ain't wavy. The fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Killing a motherfucker ain't wavy either. You helped plan that fucking robbery. You did. You helped plan that robbery. The motherfuckers lost their lives. That's not fucking wavy. It's a sign of fucking desperation. Poverty breeds desperation. To be a rap star and go to a goddamn and plan a robbery with a motherfucker to wish and then called in Pooh Sims, called in this bloodthirsty, desperate motherfucker. You had to been hard up. You had been hard up. If you were so talented, you wouldn't have resorted to robbery, my nigga. You wouldn't have had to resort to robbery murder. You talk about, yeah, man, my hooks and my library, my PD5. That shit wasn't paying you. You on Doggy Diamonds with your permed hair talking about you was doing shows for $5,000. That's just getting by. And you was doing them shows in the Northeast, more than likely Connecticut, maybe Rhode Island, possibly Boston, but that's about it. That's about it. You were a participant in the hip hop game. You and French y'all had a DVD run. Music still belonged to the diplomats. During your run, when you were at your peak, when you was feuding with Jim Jones, music still belonged to the diplomats and others. It did. It did. It did. It did. It still belonged to the diplomats. Wasn't Max B on the streets during Pray for Rain when Jim Jones had Pray for Rain when that was out? Wasn't Max B on the streets when the Bird Gang album? Of course he was. Of course he was. Now you got people who might say, well, Max would say that the Bird Gang album flopped. I like that shit. I like that shit. I did. I like that shit. With or without him, that shit came out flawless. It did. The nigga No from Baltimore was getting busy. Sandman was getting busy. Stack Bundles was getting busy. The nigga, what was his name? Chink Santana. Shout out to Sin City and the niggas from Bird Gang. They continue to operate. They continue to function. Tried to clown Kane, but looks corny as fuck. French Montana has Ross talking about Drake and Max is talking about Kane. He needs a mirror. The nigga did that robbery for coke money. Stop playing. I just seen a video 5 minutes ago, Max apologizing. Fuck that nigga apology. fuck that nigga apology. When a person shows you who they are, believe him. If he issued an apology, you know what that's from? That's from so many people calling him, telling him, yo, you fucking up. What you doing is out of pocket. Like, you don't do that. You don't do that, my nigga. You disrespecting Kane, man. You fucking up bad. Like, out of all of the people, why would you pick Big Daddy Kane? I'm puzzled as a motherfucker. He could have just, when they got them talking that top five shit, and they interjected LL Cool J, Kane, and some others. They could have just, he could have just let them have that. You're not in the top five, my nigga. You're not. You was alluding to Biggie, Jay Z, Nas, or whatever. Like you try to put yourself in that. It's impossible for you to go there. It's impossible. It's 100% impossible. You don't have a classic album. You don't even have a name worthy of mention album. You don't. A lot of your shits is songs over other people's beats or collaborations and shit like that. This shit don't make no. Let me get a tissue. Hold on. And you're a rat. And you're a rat. We looked the other way. Your souls were showed out. People were glad that you were home. You dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet. Being that you were away, it created a demand for you. Big Daddy Kane didn't have to go to jail to sell out no shows, my nigga. He didn't have to kill nobody either. He didn't. He didn't have to do none of that. He got by on his talent. And the whole Big Daddy Kane, I seen people saying some shit like, well, he did fall off. No, he didn't. His career had the same trajectory of his peers. It was their time. The 90s had came. Music started to change. There were other people who would step in these slots that was occupied by Big Daddy Kane. You had, like I said, music started to move around the map. Around 1991, MC Breed came out. Around 1991, Mr. Scarface came out. 1991, NWA dropped Niggas for Life. Ice Cube was on a tear during these years and shit. Like I said, Big Daddy Kane was on Ice Cube's song, Burn Hollywood Burn. You know why he was on there? Cube's a West Coast artist. When Cube went solo, Cube came to New York City, man, and he had to get some of that varsity talent. And he got Chuck D and he got Big Daddy Kane. When you hear something like this, this shit that came out of Max B's mouth again, this isn't just disrespectful to Big Daddy Kane. This is disrespect to Rakim. This is disrespect to G Rap. This is disrespect to Run from Run DMC. This is disrespect to Slick Rick. I can go on and on and on. Um, I don't know how you started to feel in your mind that you were even in the class of them dudes when you ain't even in the top guys from Harlem. You're not before Black Rob. You're not before McGruff. You're not before Big L. You're not before Mace. You're not before Jim Jones. You're not before Rob Bass. I can go on and on and on. My nigga, you are fucking chimping out. This nigga is chimping out, man. Like, I can't even believe this is what you decided to come home and do. When a person reveals their true character, man, just accept it and run with it. Accept it and run with it. Going forward, he said Max is a legend. Max B ain't no goddamn legend. Max B is a fucking mixtape artist. Where do y'all get this criteria of who you? He said, Gully, you wasn't really listening to Max. Suck my dick, nigga. I was in the DVD game when that nigga was out. The fuck are you talking about? I was interviewing diplomats when he was out on the streets. The fuck are you talking about? I heard that shit. I heard that shit. I like that shit. You got videos of me on here speaking pro Max B musically. This nigga went too far. You not even in this class. The fuck are you talking about? Goofy? Them wasn't his goddamn songs. He did the same shit that 50 Cent did during his mixtape run. Take some of the hottest songs around from other hip hop artists, and I'm gonna give you my take on it. That's what the fuck he did. And it couldn't have been too lucrative because somebody ended up getting fucking murdered because this nigga was desperate and broke. Fuck are you talking about? Kane is revered nationwide. Kane killed a versus. Max B can't touch Kane in shows. He's not a part of our culture. He's taking up space. I believe the nigga on drugs. The fact that he doubled down on it says a lot about him. How the fuck do you try to put Kane on trial? What does that say about you? What does that say about your knowledge of this shit? He had songs with Patti LaBelle and Barry White, my nigga. The nigga did a song with Malcolm X's daughter. You know how much? Oh my God! This is laughable. This is laughable. Laughable. Max B taking the Takashi route. Don't be surprised if you see the two of them streaming together. That's why youngest disrespect legends. They watch older cats say dumb shit. Max B is like 50, right? I don't know how old he is. He couldn't have. When we was running home from school, we was running to catch that fucking ain't no half stepping video. We was running to catch that ain't no half stepping video. We was running home to catch just to get a rep by Gangstar. Like where the fuck? If you got a Black Beat magazine, that was Kane in them posters. That was Kane in them posters. There was others. EPMD, Slick Rick, Rakim, Kane, Bismarcky, Heavy D. What the fuck are you talking about? How do you even try to compare yourself to somebody who put? I didn't even read a quarter of this nigga's contributions. It's been a long time. Long Live the Kane came out in 1988. Man, this is crazy as hell. This is crazy. This is crazy as hell, man. That somebody has to get on a platform and remind and reestablish somebody of Kane's magnitude's legacy. Shout out to Freddie Fox. He just uploaded a song that he did with Kane. Max probably ain't a foundational Black American. He from the islands, so he wasn't listening to rap growing up. He said Kane was the man back then, but fell off after his second album. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Long Live the Kane came out in 88. It's a Big Daddy thing came out after that. Taste the Chocolate, Prince of Darkness, this nigga continued to put out relevant music. I just said he was on Don't Curse with Grand Pooba and all of them niggas. He was on the Symphony 1. He was on the Symphony 2. The Symphony 2 came out around 91 or 92. He was on the Back on the Block song with Quincy Jones. Burn Hollywood Burn. I get the job done. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He was on Come On Down with Q-Tip and Bust. Come on down, come on down, come on down, come on down. Well, here I come. See, I happen to know this shit. I happen to know this shit. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. Kane was nominated for a Grammy before I Get the Job Done. Enough respect. That was from the Juice, from Juice. He had a song on Lean on Me. It was called Lean on Me. Where is the fall off? I'm confused. His career took the same trajectory of everybody from his era. They dominated the 1980s. By the time the 1990s came, you had to make room for Biggie Smalls, Mobb Deep, Nas, AZ. And if you pay attention to interviews, there's a video of there's a video of Biggie Smalls rapping on video music box for Ralph McDaniels using the Big Daddy Kane flow. This is so crazy. This shit makes no sense. And his name is Max Bigavell. You took Biggie, Tupac, and Hove and combined it. Two of them niggas are students of motherfucking of Big Daddy Kane. This shit don't make any sense at all. The disrespect has to stop. This gonna affect him. This gonna affect him. It is because now you got to show and prove. Them songs that you did when you got out that PD7 shit, that shit was garbage. I said it on this platform. You and French Montana have a nice chemistry together. The songs, the projects that you did with French, I liked them. The Kid Art visuals took that shit to another level. But you with French. When you with French Montana, you with Rick Ross. When are you gonna give us one when you by yourself? When are you gonna give us one when you by yourself, my nigga? Can we get something? When are you gonna give us one when you by yourself? Are you capable? Because your history states that you kind of like a co-star. You kind of like a co-star, straight up. Let's say you was in your prime when you was getting it on with Jim Jones. But even then, you had Mac Mustard and them niggas on the songs with you. Mac Mustard is on the Dead Solver. He is. Cake, one of my favorite joints. That ain't. I think that's one verse. I think that's one verse. Come the fuck on, man. Kane wrote Biz Markie song. Yeah, we very much aware of Kane writing for Biz. That wasn't really no secret. That wasn't really no secret. Most New York rappers don't even be knowing hip hop history at all. Their knowledge starts when they started rapping. Dame Grease gave him a lot of classics. The streets didn't like that Chocolate album. People said he sold out back then. By the time he got to Taste of Chocolate and all that shit, just listen to the titles. Taste of Chocolate, Prince of Darkness. He was recording music for the broads and shit like that. He had went down that path. You see the nigga start taking off his clothes and shit like that. That wasn't for us. That picture Max B posted, that wasn't for us. That was for your mama. We wasn't offended by that shit. We didn't care. We didn't care. He didn't take that picture for us. He didn't. That wasn't for us. Who do you think he did that for? That was for women, my nigga. Smooth operator, taste of chocolate. Hello. Peace and salute, brother Dribble. Daryl Javon, I appreciate your super chat. Thank you. Kane's radio freestyles were legendary. Kane versus Dolomite. I thought I mentioned that, but yes, he had a song with Dolomite. I liked that joint. Who Am I? With I think her name was Atala Shabazz. I know she was one of Malcolm X's daughters. I liked that joint. I bought Taste of Chocolate in college in 91, 92. I'm from New York and I've been hip hop since Sugar Hill Gang, Run DMC, Slick Rick, and up. Max B forgot French Montana with No Shirt On with Diddy. Max best music is with Jim. After he left, I stopped listening to his music. In my opinion, French is whack. Show improved with Jay and Old Dirty Bastard. He should have known better. I shouldn't. I listen to this nigga here. I can't front the Playgirl shit was diabolical though. Told you niggas yesterday. I'm tired of hearing diabolical. You gotta work. Y'all gotta work on y'all vocabulary, man, and y'all synonyms and shit like that, man. We retired on Instagram. If you follow me at I am Gully TV, we retired diabolical. I really believe that the niggas that keep saying respectfully and diabolical, I believe all you niggas is in special ed. I do, I do, I do. But getting back to your statement about him being a Playboy, that was a privilege. You in a magazine, I mean, pardon me, being in Playgirl, you in a magazine that's catered to women and you being projected as a sex symbol. The conflict was that what happened to King Asiatic, fam? You're 5% of what you're doing taking off your clothes. That was the issue. That was the original issue. It was indicative of, man, you letting this money steer you to do things that you didn't start out that way. That's what it was. But everybody, Tupac got a picture similar to that. He laying in a bathtub naked with jewelry all over him. It's kind of similar and shit like that. That didn't stop people from accepting Tupac's offerings. Sorry. BDK is still my favorite rapper, but when he did the Chocolate album, I moved on from him. A lot of us did. A lot of us did. It wasn't just you. I'm not here saying that. I just said he had 7 studio albums. A lot of them joints I never even heard of. By the time he got to, I think, Looks Like a Job for, I think that was the name of one of them joints. You were well into 93, 94. Wu Tang is coming out. Mobb Deep is coming out. Lords of the Underground, he got to deal with them. The Foo Snickens, Onyx. Like, there was other people that started to come out that was filling this void and shit. When Run DMC got to Down with the King, that was like the last hurrah. That was like the last hurrah. After that, you didn't hear much from them anymore. Shit. Kane was, and Run DMC was before Kane. Kane was at the time where he had to start busting other moves, and he did. He appeared in the movie Posse with Mario Van Peebles. And you got this goofy ass nigga. Niggas is in my inbox like I told you them niggas from Harlem is cutthroat. I got niggas from Harlem that I love and fuck with. But somebody got to take this fucking L. Somebody got to take this L, yo. Happy B Day to L Hodge, Malik Shabazz, Malcolm X. I appreciate your super chat, Bomani. Thank you. Gully, that's the city talk. Diabolical, respectfully. I'm assuming that you're talking about New York City, right? New York City ain't the epitome of thorough, my nigga. If that's the best y'all can do with vocabulary, at least try to add some originality to it. You saying that's the city talk? That's the ignorant nigga talk. Expand your vocabulary. Read some fucking books. Did y'all see this nigga that ran up on the baby yesterday? Did y'all see that? He's from the city. What borough is he from? What borough is he from? I wasn't gonna get out on here and not speak about it. Did y'all see that video of that nigga that ran up on the baby? Kane had a song on Prince Paul's album, Prince Among Thieves, called Count Macula, one of the dopest hip hop pimp songs in the history of hip hop. Thank you. I'm gonna have to check that joint out. Daryl Javon, I appreciate your super chat. Kane catalog is way better than Max B. Never understood the obsession with Max. Max has charisma. Max can put together a nice hook. I thought he got off from top to bottom on G's Up, Hoes Down with Jim Jones. The shit that he did with Jim is just out of this world. It is, and that's what led to this reputation, or it put him in a place where he can go with Dame Grease and continue on his own and create a life for himself. He said it was scripted. Dude is a dick riding in content. Dick riding in content. That wasn't no goddamn content. I can't believe you came in here and said that. He's a content creator. Who the fuck would do that for views? That wasn't no goddamn content. That was that nigga character. That nigga was on some groupie shit. Talking about dead ass? Dead ass? What the fuck are you talking about, man? You's an adult groupie, man. I can't believe this shit. Y'all gotta stop with the geographical shit talking about where a motherfucker's from. It's corny motherfuckers everywhere. It is. And that nigga is corny. And this goofy shit that Max B tried to pull off, it's corny too. It's over 600 people here. I need y'all to share this live. Share this live. Max is learning what algorithm is. He tried it. I can't blame him. He tried what? He tried what? Big Daddy Kane ain't somebody that you use to experiment with. I'm pretty sure like people get their day when they understand the power of the net. And I know he woke up this morning like, damn, I done fucked up. I done fucked up. You got to take into consideration who you are disrespecting. Motherfuckers talking about some hopefully they can collab or Kane Kane could benefit from the alley oop. Kane don't need no motherfucking alley oop from Max B. Kane is who he is. Kane is who he is. Doubling down, he was definitely on them dirty blunts. You can't speak about rap without saying Big Daddy Kane. Gully. He ranked himself higher than DMX. I just named like 15. He's not. I just named like 15 rappers, man, that come before Max B. Max B ain't even in the top five. He might be. It's gonna be hard fitting him in the top 10 in Harlem. The top guys that people conventionally mention, Biggie, Jay Z, and Nas and shit like that. He's not in that conversation whatsoever. He's not in that conversation whatsoever. He not even no way, no how. He was really feeling himself, and he got to talk about my hooks and my this and my mixtapes. Them niggas didn't have mixtapes. It wasn't really no mixtapes like that. It wasn't no DJ Big Mike and all of that type of shit. The mixtape era, people that benefited from that, more power to you. Kane and them did what they did without mixtapes. Mixtapes were used for what? Promotional use only, right? Kane and them became immortals and legends without the mixtape crutch. Someone said he's supposed to feel like he is. I said that at the beginning of the live stream that if he came on and said, man, I was just popping my shit. Supposed to say you better than everybody. That don't make it true. I was just popping my shit. It was what he did afterwards. It was this Instagram video that he put out talking about I'm on your ass and I didn't like this and put a picture up of Kane and shit like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? You goofy rat motherfucker. What is wrong with you? I couldn't believe this nigga did that shit. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I called him a rat. Why? Because it sound bad. because it sound bad. This nigga is responsible for somebody losing their life, and you on here comparing yourself to King Asiatic. Nobody's equal. The difference between guys like Big Daddy Kane and these new rappers, Andrew Malone, peace, Gully. I appreciate your insight. However, I prefer your "Can I Kick It" love, where I can relate to the growth you exhibit and what happened to the truck driver segment, the truck driver segments on the Dribble podcast. They on all streaming sites. You can tune in. I've been putting up regularly up over there. Max B. Lastly, been a clown. Andrew, I appreciate your super chat. This rebuttal that this is from the heart, and this was warranted because he came with the disrespect. This was warranted, and not only that, I got the information. Big Daddy Kane's contributions are documented. It says a lot about Max B's character. It says a lot about this dirty art form that we all love called hip hop. It's a lot of pieces of shit involved with this shit. It is. Max B is one of them. Fuck all that. Put them both on stage together right now. We'll see. Trayvon Cash, I appreciate your super chat. If they were to do something like that, that wouldn't benefit Kane like it would benefit Max B. Max B will be the recipient of the favor to be on stage with somebody like Big Daddy Kane. Seriously, y'all know Max is a little slow. He always been a troll. He going back to his DVD era days. He just gave Big Daddy Kane some new light to the new generation in a way. By disrespect, I mean it depends on how you look at it. G. For the most part, his disrespect, people gonna receive it vicariously. Like I said, disrespect to Kane is disrespect to Chuck, is disrespect to Rakim, is disrespect to G Rap, and many others. Kane don't care about this. He laughing about this shit. Max dissing Kane isn't trolling. He really thinks he's better than Kane and not even close at all. Max B is the swamp water at the bottom of a 40 ounce back in the day. Max is dropping Friday, Coke Wave 5, and this is one hell of a promotion. I'm sure it will be flawless. Max don't deserve to be with Kane ever. Say something to Jim. Max must not be able to handle the high of whatever drugs he's on. Disrespected a lot of people. Disrespected a lot of people. He did. He did. I don't know how he couldn't not know that there's just some people that you're not supposed to be like fucking with like that. Most of them guys, even the niggas that was running around saying hip, hop, hip, them niggas deserve their flowers because they had their moment when they was the shit, and we still appreciate their contributions. Seriously, seriously. Um, I don't have much more that I can accomplish by staying on here a little longer. I just want to remind people, especially if you weren't in tune with Big Daddy Kane's career, you can go listen to Long Live the Kane today. It's a Big Daddy thing. Taste the chocolate. He got music online, classic videos, and the Fresh game is flawless. The Fresh game is flawless, man. I remember just looking at Big Daddy Kane. He got on the gold chains with the African medallion. That's who made me want out to get one. When I met them leather African medallions came out, that shit spread because of a picture that Big Daddy Kane had in one of the magazines. Okay, you can still find this picture. He got on two dookie ropes with the African medallion and shit. Yes, X Clan, Just Ice, and everybody was wearing them, but they wasn't Big Daddy Kane. They would never disrespect rock and roll artists. Why do that to the pioneers? Makes no sense. Let's not forget what happened when Melly Mel tried to step back into the arena. Melly Mel ain't Big Daddy Kane, man. What the hell is wrong with you? What is the fuck is wrong with you, man? Are you in tune with what's going on here? A lot of Big Daddy Kane's content whenever he wasn't teaching, he was rapping about how nice he is. And that's what I loved about Kane. Kane used to be rapping about tearing MC's ass up. You know what I mean? When it comes to beating dope, hot damn, I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am. Kane used to always rap about my voice will float on every note when I clear my throat. That's all she wrote. Man, you can't be serious, man. You can't be serious. I relieve rappers just like Tylenol, and they know it. So I can see why you all trying to front, perpetrate the stunt when you know that I smoke you up like a blunt. This is crazy, man. That I have to do this. Anyway, that's been an hour. Uh I'll make a muscle, grab the mic and hustle. While you stand days in the maze, I bust a little rhyme with authority, superiority. Captivates the whole crowd's majority. The rhymes I use definitely amuse better than Dynasty or Hill Street Blues. What the fuck is going on here, man? What the fuck is going on? Why did this dumbass nigga do this shit, man? This will forever be mind-boggling. This will ever be mind-boggling. The Wrath of Kane. You know what I liked about the Wrath of Kane? When that shit he's going off and them niggas like, yeah, Kane. Kane and Conway. Kane said Conway got him back in the booth. Hey yo, that's the Wrath of Kane, right? Right in the middle. The niggas like, yeah, Kane. That's that shit, man. For real, man. I can sit on here and do this all day long, man. I can't believe this. I can't even believe this shit happened. Warm it up, Kane. He got so much shit, man. Good dope shit. Good dope shit. Fire, fuego. It's just I can't believe this nigga. I can't believe it. But as far as the apology, fuck your apology, you piece of shit, you goofy motherfucker. Fuck whatever you talk about. And I hope you flop from this point forward. You deserve it. Niggas like you don't deserve to be successful. You don't deserve to be successful. You're delusional. You're too big for your britches and shit. Had you not came home to stand next to French Montana, you wouldn't be in the situation that you in right now. French has universal appeal. He set the stage. Do you not know that you are regional talent? They don't listen to you in goddamn Atlanta, nigga. They don't listen to you. Los Angeles motherfuckers confused to this day. They're like, man, what's the big idea with this Max B nigga? Niggas from LA confused like a motherfucker. Down south confused. They confused, man. They like, what's the big deal, man? We read this shit in the comments. We be having to bring these people up to date on what he is, who he is, and what he does. He's not you're not a worldly talent, my nigga. You're not. You're not. And I don't even think you've been over across the water yet, man. Get your dribble right, goofy. I'm out of here, man. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Make sure you tune into the Dribble Podcast or go to this website and get this trifecta. Max, you need to get this trifecta, man, because your testosterone levels all fucked up. You're chimping out. I'm out. Peace.